Alright, time to put this content out. Oh, by the way, hello viewers and mornings. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses of work, health, and strength is good or excellent. Good. Okay, what do we got here? Mesa 25.1.1 release with Radeon Workaround for Doom the Dark Ages. Following the Mesa 25.1 stable release from earlier this month, Mesa 25.1.1 is now available as the first point release, bringing an assortment of different OpenGL and Vulkan driver fixes. It says Mesa 25.1.1 brings some Radeon VCE video coding fixes. The AMD ACO compiler now always assumes that SRAM ECC is enabled for Vega 20G+. The Intel ANV Vulkan driver OW earns preemption due to 3D printed in GFX12. The Radeon RAD-V driver has added Workaround for Doom the Dark Ages, and there are a variety of other bug fixes. Doom the Dark Ages fixes for RAD-V includes enabling a workaround similar to the other ID Tech games, including zero VRAM. So disabling the dedicated sparse queue, and now is forcing 64K. Alignment. Doom the Dark Ages is a new first-person shooter released from the ID Software, debuted back last week, running atop the ID Tech 8 engine. And it says download the details on Mesa 25.1 bi-weekly graphics driver release. Yeah, what do we got here? Okay, all right, we'll leave that link. But then we got 13 comments. Let's see what they're talking about. So what these guys are talking about here. So, let's see what do we got here. C-Make Shift. It says, I'm wondering why ID Tech 8 would need such a workaround. Sounds like an engine is making assumptions that are not actually part of the Vulkan spec, based on what the Windows drivers do, perhaps. I wonder why we need extensions like VK Extension 0 Initiative Device Memory to at least try and make these things explicit. Just goes to show that no matter how well the specific and interface is, in the end, it is a target implementation that defined what is the de facto standard. And then it says, Quaz said this, ID Tech 8 sure is pretty. And then who was this? Danny said this, too bad Mesa 25.1 is not even in the unstable repository of Debian. Says, at this rate, I'm afraid that the final release later this summer will still come with Mesa 25.0.5, and a lot of bug fixes and improvement from 25.1 will not be there. I hate this scrappy different packaging manager and format of Linux that makes switching distros hard to are impossible without losing a lot. Yeah, meaning that they gotta do more work. And then Smitty said this, says some of them are already getting removed due to fixes in game. He's responding to C-Make. And then Mass said this, responding to Danny, said then don't run Debian. It's not the package format or manager's fault. Debian maintainers always decides to settle on older version and not update often. Alright. And then who was this? YC said this. Two of those workarounds are already obsolete. One apparently not necessary in the first place, and 64K sparse alignment bug fixes at the game side. Assuming they wouldn't bother to fix one of Mesa's specific issue, but not the other, imply that it affected a certain Windows user as well. It's just that AAA games rarely release in a smooth, bug-free state, and Windows driver ship their own workaround for broken or poorly performing games, giving the game devs little incentive to investigate such issues. And then who was this? Dan said this, have fun Windows. And Chocolate said, containerize your gaming environment with DistroBox if you want a stable Debian host system inside the container. Perhaps a familiar guest environment for you would be the latest Ubuntu LTS with the Kaisak Mesa PPA, or maybe something like ready to go Bazite like Arch Linux based container. But I haven't tested it yet. Anyway, whose is this? It says who is this? Create said this. Well, as much as people like to crap on Windows, their distribution model is more or less consistent. App is supposed to take it with libraries it requires. It only depends on the app develop and not repo vetting process, and it's the VC runtime MS takes care of resolving the dependency. Anyway, all right, what else we got? What else we got here? What else we got? Got a couple more comments here. TD said this: if you're a gamer, you should be using Arch Linux distro just to be using the latest driver and features. Yeah, that's why I use the Steam Deck. Anyway, and then Clintar said this: is there another PPA instead of Kaisak I can use to test this out? Kaisak version always give me bad video decoding and with no machine. Who else is this? Wright said this: in experimental, so at least the process has begun. No idea if it will make it to stable in time, but I wouldn't run stable for a gaming machine. Responding to Danny. And then last one, who was this? G said this: why did you install Debian when you're eager for new stuff? Anyway, well, these little readers sharing their little insights and inputs, trying to help each other out, and of course their complaints. But another update to Mesa, so we'll see what they do in the days, in the weeks, and in the weeks to come. What the next update contains. So yeah, see if they improve anything. As far as like running games on Linux. But other than that, yeah, you guys are good. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars second thing. Poor Dark Side. Go. Peace.